Welcome to the top of the morning show. This is your girl TTFromTheD. Happy Tuesday. I hope that your day is going well this morning. I hope that when you rose up this morning, your feet hit the floor, you thought to yourself, it's a new day. Let's get this party started. You might have your to-do list. Some people have to-do lists, follow-up lists, things of that nature. Some people can wake up and they don't have anything that they have to do according to a list. They just go day by day, in and out. And in the world in which we live in, it's hard to sometimes cipher reality, away from fairy tales, right? And that puts us at the title of the show this morning. Are we living in a false reality? Now that's something to ponder on, okay? If we really think about it, I'm going to take you back for a minute. You guys remember the movie Inception? It was a pretty dope movie, right? But it's not a real reality that we can live day to day. So in order to live out the fantasies, you would be strapped to a chair like in the Matrix, right? Think about that. Y'all remember Matrix, Morpheus, Mr. Smith, right? You're going to take the blue pill or the red pill, right? Now, some of us do take medications to balance us out, and they're all white. Some may be a little pale, but majority of the pills are all white, right? We're not federal agents. Some of us could be acting like the bad guy, though. But in reality, we make choices, right? That's part of our reality. We make choices. The other part of our reality is we're dreaming, if you will. But some of us are dreaming when we're sitting still. Some of us are dreaming when we lay down and close our eyes and we actually go to sleep. I don't think any of us can say we're dreaming while we're awake, because our eyes are wide open, right? And when we're awake, we live day to day, right? Like this morning, you know what you're going to do. You're stepping into the future. But have you ever really thought, are we lying to ourselves about who we are, what we want, wasting the days that are given to us here in the world? You see, a lot of times as a child, I think majority of us were told we have to go to school and we have to finish school and we have to graduate. Some were told you got to go to college and get a good job and, get your degrees or certificates. But a lot of times, more than not, people do all of that because they were told that. They were trained that. Their reality is, I have to go to school, I have to do this because, and some will take it a step further. Their parents wanted their children and want their child to have a wonderful life, and there's nothing wrong with that, but they would tell them what they would become when they become adults. So a lot of people are in jobs, even in today's time and reality, right now, are in jobs that they don't even like. Working in fields they could care less for. But it's a paycheck and it's making good money. And they'll learn to like it, they thought. I'll grow into it. It's like getting into a relationship with someone you really don't care for, you're not really feeling. But, they told you, you'll get used to her. You'll get used to her. You'll be able to, things will work out, right? Somehow, you can logically make that dream come true in real life. It could be by divine order or worldly interception, like a good football game. But then you think about that, isn't it kind of scary? Because you have a hard time believing what you're doing sometimes. Like, I can't believe I just did that. Or you're grieved in your spirit and you're like, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to. But that is your reality. It's not the one in which you want to be in a moment. We are turning our lives upside down sometimes, going against our own willpower, struggling with ourselves, hoping that we could just live and breathe in the reality in which we place ourselves day to day. But the truth is, we end up dying slowly every day on the inside, miserable, laughing out loud, hanging out with people. But when we go home, behind those four walls, with the rooftop covering you to protect you from the elements of the world, and no one's in there, and the world has slowed down, and you take off your clothes that you got dressed up in, you wipe off your makeup if you're a woman, you let down your hair if you're a woman, and we sit around and we look at all the materialistic things we have in our home, and you say, okay, this is good, but is it really? Because something's missing. You think to yourself like, yeah, something's missing. In society, to the people, I am so-and-so. I represent so-and-so. Some of us are in jobs. We are beating ourselves crazy to hold our head up, but we don't believe the role in which we play. We become puppets, masters of puppeteers. We try to do the manipulation game and impose false reality into situations and circumstances to make others believe it. Sell them things like a good salesman, and then they fall for it, or we fall for it, and at the end of the day, our reality kicks in and say, that really wasn't a good deal. Like, let's talk about a person who's in the industry, a recording artist, whether that's a rapper or singer, and no matter what genre of music, and you go in and they're gonna sell you a pipe dream. They're gonna build you a reality that you know sounds so good to you. They're gonna show you some things and you're like, yes. But then they don't tell you how sometimes you're selling your soul. The soul of the artistry. So I think with reference to the 360 deal, they take your likeness. They'll make money off of you. They'll pimp you for the rest of your time here on earth. As an artist, every move you make, they have a piece of it. Even when you leave, they'll have a piece of it. We're so eager to buy the reality that people want to impose and sell to us that we don't always look at it. We don't read between the lines. We don't sit back and think for ourselves. People are always talking, and you got to be careful about the fast talkers. They selling you a dream, or they're imposed in your life strategically by people. You think they're a friend, or or you're looking at even family members, okay, classmates, co-workers, and they toot your horn every single day to make you feel like you are doing what you know you think you're doing. But at the same time, they're like a espionage spy. They're feeding data, information that's going to be the one key thing that'll take you out. Like a rogue agent. And you come back, you say, why am I doing all of this? Who am I trying to impress? I don't need them to pat me on the back. I just need to do my job. And I need to do my job well. Sure, of course. That's what we know we should be. But sometimes we have to kick that like a bike stand on your bike to the side and wait. And realize sometimes we've been living a lie. It's crazy. So things so simple can be so difficult. But a beautiful gift we unwrap every day. The life we are given. We wake up and we look and we say, gotta get up and do the same thing. But if you don't believe in what you're doing, why are you doing it? It pays the bills. It puts me in the right circle. It puts me out in front, or I'm on social media, I'm looking like I'm winning. But inside you're losing. Hell, inside you're dying. You're living with a broken heart internally. People don't see your heart externally. But sometimes the actions we carry out in the world, they see our heart beating outside of our shirt. We have to be careful to realize, like, Am I living in a false reality, or am I living in my reality? The question is posed to us all. The answer lies within. Well, that's all I have for this morning. I hope that you will tune in for Tap In Tuesday this evening at 8 o'clock by going to www.streamyard.com/facebook. That way you can log into your Facebook. Come and search for me, TT from the D Podcast. If you like to share questions and make comments, because I'm streamed live definitely through Facebook. If you know me personally, you can just look at my live at 8 o'clock tonight, and you'll be able to see me going live and do the same method, right? To get in and make your comments and questions, you can check us out definitely on YouTube, TT from the D Podcast. You can check us out on Twitter. You can check us out. There's a LinkedIn, and that's for the StreamYard for the Tap In Tuesday tonight. But, you can always catch us streaming live Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. for the top of the morning show by listening in on iHeartRadio podcast, Spotify, Amazon Music. Those are just to name a few platforms that I know you may be familiar with. That's all I have for you this morning. Tune in tomorrow morning for another episode of the Top of the Morning Show. I'll see you soon.